5.
And I told him that's when it's my car. Anyways, hello, welcome to Funko Illuminati. We are live once again. Sans, Mitch, and Vince. However, we have Andrew, LBD, and Quickdraw. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a great, Monday and better weekend. I know I spent the majority of my weekend cleaning and putting things together. How's everyone else doing?
Good.
It's been an interesting week.
It was a good weekend.
Yeah. Actually, I picked so I had a package delivered Friday. So short story. Basically, I went to my cousin's place not this weekend, but the weekend prior, and Tristan Top Pop was having a whatnot auction, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm kind of curious what kind of things is he going to be auctioning off? See if there's anything of interest.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a giveaway. Now I don't normally do giveaways. So I was like, whatever, I'll try this one, and I ended up winning it. So actually, I'll open it up on the live a little later, but it wasn't bad.
Nice.
Pretty. It was an NFT. I'll say that much.
Nice.
But yeah, nice to win things. I haven't done, like I said, I don't normally do giveaways. It's been a while since I've actually done one. I mean,
gotcha.
So that's my record for the year. One entered 1-1-1, and we'll just leave it at that. Perfect.
1, 1, and 0.
How was your weekend, Andrew?
Good. It was great, actually. Alex got his perfect 50 score. He was at state and accomplished all his goals for the year. So back to next year. Yeah, pretty proud of him. So
yeah, man.
Well, he wanted a 50-point, like, because they have 3 sets, and 10 and 15
Hey, Jeremy,
meters.
feeling.
It's 5 arrows per set. Well, his goal for the year was to have one of perfect 50. That's all, all bullseyes. And he didn't get it, and he was able to get it at state. So that was pretty awesome. He was able to get that while at state. So
nice, man.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
So what's he get if he splits an arrow in the bullseye?
Maid Marian?
Nothing, actually. He's actually cut the fletchings off.
I'm going to turn off the AC because I can barely hear you guys.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
that's
pretty cool.
He's actually, they won't split. It's weird. He's broke the little, whatever the thing is off the back, the knock. He's broke the knocks off. He's shaved off fletchings, but he's never broke a fiberglass arrow. So
fiberglass doesn't really, it breaks, but it kind of splinters more than it breaks.
Splinters more than it breaks, yeah. So
yeah. I mean,
he's pretty much.
I think you'd have to go with a solid wooden shaft or maybe bamboo.
Yeah.
Shaft.
Oh god, that reminds me of the Robot Chicken episode with Steve, which is Green Arrow's sidekick, and he's looking at Wonder Woman. He's like, "Hey, so I have to clean all these arrows. What would you say would be the what's this? That's the head of the arrow, and what's this? The shaft. And what would be the best way to clean an arrow?" And you just see Green Arrow grab him and pull him away. Oh, and fashionably late for Los Angeles time.
Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas?
Nothing. We were just talking crap about you, man.
Nice.
It's
mostly LBD, though.
Yeah, I believe it.
I actually had a giant package show up at my house today from that company I told you I tried to cancel from.
Yeah.
They had I paid them shipping like in August of last year.
Mm-hmm.
It finally showed up on my door. It's like it's half the height of the door.
Yeah. It sounds like my Ecto 1 when I brought it in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it now because honestly, the company just left a bad taste in my mouth, and there's other options for that. So now, hopefully, I can get it off my hand. Sadly, the one that I really wanted is the one that I ended up canceling because I just don't want to deal with the company itself, and I'm thinking, oh, the one that I got here was on Big Bad Toy Store. Maybe the other one will show up there, and it never did. So I'm basically crap out of luck. But luckily, Iron Studios did end up making one. They're just not together pieces. They're separate pieces, unlike the one I had ordered previously.
Huh.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
worst case,
you gotta take what you can at this point. Like,
at least that box will be some furniture.
basically, is what it's turned into right now. I gotta take pictures of it to post it in some groups. I got one interested buyer though, so far.
Nice.
Well, I'll make you a deal. I'll trade you that box for a Jeep.
Yeah,
how's that sound?
That's funny. I don't know what's gonna be harder to get. You know what? I don't know what's gonna be harder to get rid of.
I got money on Quickdraw for like his Jeep before you sell your figure.
How much did you say that guy offered you?
$1,000, but it was a flipper.
Well,
I have to wait for the right buyer. It's all these people that are trying to make a quick flip. Yeah. But when I went on his profile, you know what he's selling? Cars. That's all he sells on his profile is cars. So
online, if you try to buy it, if you buy my item online right now, it's gonna run you about 16 to 1700. I got just about a little bit over that into it, like maybe about 15, 16 ish. That's kind of after shipping. Honestly, I'd be willing to get rid of it for 13 plus shipping. I don't, because that's pretty much what I would have lost if I was able to cancel it anyway.
How about this 14 and you bring it over in person? Hey Anthony, how's it going, buddy? You know my address, you know where I live.
Blaze.
You do realize that I can do that, right? I have done that before.
Yes, I know. That's why I just want to see a picture of you leaving the bus terminal in Hamilton here, dragging it. Actually, no, you probably Uber it over here.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Not that heavy.
Yeah. Especially if there's money involved.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Your chair was heavier than this thing. I'm not gonna lie. So you want to take that back, or we got a deal here?
Considering right now I'm currently out of room at the moment, I have a floating shelf like going from one end of the kitchen to the other until I actually get rid of some stuff right now. So no, I'm good. I do not need.
I thought so. Yeah, you got to choose your words more carefully.
This is true. How about you, Quick? You do anything fun this weekend?
Yeah. Went and jammed out. Had to get a hot water heater replaced.
God, you have so much fun.
That sounds fun.
What else? Yeah, that's about it.
Says you, Andrew. Hell, man, when I was a kid, we would often go and replace hot water heaters on the weekend. It's the greatest thing ever.
Just for fun.
Yeah, Vince did the same thing as a kid. We all did.
Absolutely.
Well, apparently I was sheltered.
I was actually I actually learned some stuff. I learned that that hot water heater is only supposed to last 10 years.
10 years. You're supposed to change them every 8 to 12
8 to 10 years. That thing was 16 years old.
Yeah, the bottom will end up rusting out.
And then you're supposed to flush them out every year.
Yeah. And you're supposed to check the anode, like the anode thing inside. You're supposed to check that every so often too.
Yep, especially if you have hard water.
So I actually I learned that from my job, because my job, the building was built in like 1950, and then there's 2 apartments above. So whenever the maintenance or something breaks, the AC people, I get stuck with the guy. So I actually had to install a water heater with the guy a couple months ago. And then just for a week later, we changed to tankless water heaters.
No,
yeah.
I only know about it from when I work from college, because our hot water tank went and somebody had to be home all day for the guy to replace it. And yeah. Good times. Nothing's more fun than not having any hot water, isn't it?
Not having heat.
Electricity is
it's
worse.
okay. It's okay for me. When I travel to most of these countries, there is no hot water in these houses unless you stay at a hotel. So I feel like you guys are just a little bit too much complaining.
Sorry that I'm American. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, my apology.
We have plumbing and running water in this country.
Yes, on behalf of Canada, I also apologize for running water, heat, and central air.
They got plumbing. They just don't got hot water. That's all that is.
Well, like my coworker says, he's El Salvadorian. Like they go in the backyard and there's holes that they literally use to go to the bathroom, and he says it's the same holes his dad used to use.
Wow.
Well, that's different.
In retrospect, I got my dad's golf clubs, so.
Yeah, he told me that his dad has nightmares as a child of like falling in the hole because no one knows how deep the hole is.
Why do I see this like really, really like low res version of the Lion King going, son, all you see before you will be yours. What about that? That's the hole. We don't talk about it.
Wow.
I mean, in retrospect, I got my dad's golf clubs. I mean, if I got a hole in the backyard somewhere, it'd probably be slightly better to work with.
Oh no, you don't own the hole. There's like he said there's like 10 holes. It's for the whole city or the whole village or whatever.
Community shithole.
In a
That's awesome.
village, not in a city. Jesus Christ!
It's
of course,
in the jungle. In the jungles of El Salvador.
That's different. You can't compare that to like a regular. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, the places I go to have plumbing. They just don't have hot water. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I just had this vision of somebody coming out of the jungles that, got lost in the jungles of El Salvador, comes out into the guy's backyard, is like, I'm free. Right in the hole.
No, they're like outhouses, but there's just literally a dirt hole. But it's not.
Hey, Ezra, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Hello,
What's up,
ladies.
Ezra?
Look. I admit some of us may have moobs and long hair, but that does not make us ladies.
I'm out of that one.
Are you?
Yeah. You want to see?
No, I'm good. I want to see the world through your eyes and not, if it's okay.
Oh, God.
I heard it's brighter on the other side.
I don't know. I told you I have friends on the other side. Yeah. So at work on Friday, apparently it was International Pokemon Day. So I broke out the binder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
how much dust was on it?
Actually, quite a lot. I also, because I still had some hard sleeves left, I threw the Charizard into one. Like I took it out of the binder and put it in a hard sleeve, along with a few others. No, I just gotta wait for the next card show. Go down and get it done. Yep. I got one of those. I don't have that.
Alex found out that he has like a $800 card if it was graded at a 10. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was going through him. He's like, oh my God, I have like $800 card.
Yeah, but it's gonna cost them a pretty penny just to get it graded.
And if it's a 10.
And you rarely get a 10. Like with those things, 9.6, 9.8 is like your high end.
The highest I've seen is 9.3 cards.
It's still like at that point a $500 card, which is
a
lot for him.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't think I
don't
think I ever seen. Well, I guess it depends who you get it graded by. CGC would do like 9.5 and stuff like that, but the other one will just do 9. Is it? No, it's not Beckett.
Beckett actually does give out 10s. Actually, now that I think about it, because they do like an average system or something.
Dead Zone does 10s.
Yeah, he does. Dead Zone does awesome 10s.
I know. I got him to grade one of my Funko Illuminati business cards.
10. The corner's ripped off. Don't matter. 10.
Oh God. You know, that's the one thing I have problems with grading. Is it really is subjective to the person that's grading it.
Yeah.
Like
You
not
can
to,
send you can send the same card in to the same company and get a different grade every time.
well, it's not even that. Okay, so everyone's had a bad day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never.
You know. Oh, please. Please, we've heard your struggles. Your mom not being able to go to Vegas. I mean, my God.
That's not me. I mean, that doesn't affect me. I don't care if she goes or not.
Neither do we.
I just see her standing at the gate listening to that song. So you had a bad day. She's struggling
waiting till one of those mudslides take out his vehicle. Then he'll have a bad day.
It's a Land Rover. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, but he'll have to walk down the hill to get it.
Yeah.
No,
But it'll be
you
all
just
right.
go. You have a mudslide, dude. That's like a big giant slip and slide. At that point, you just ride it down.
Get in it and put it in reverse.
But what I was getting at is, okay, so you have a guy who's doing grading. They've had, whatever. They've had a bad morning, and now they go to work. I'm willing to bet that same person would probably give stuff a better grading if their mind frame was in a better place.
Or, here's my thing. What if the boss pisses them off? They're writing 10s all day.
Yeah.
10s all day.
No, but don't they grade them now with like a computer that like scans the card and
it scans the card, but at the end it's still at their discretion to put it through. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can say this, like when I worked at Pizza and I was in escalations and I had a customer completely and utterly cussing me out and treating me like the scum of society, I did everything I could to the letter of the company. But if they actually used a bit of kindness and just treated me like a human being, I'd probably go above and beyond and give them whatever the hell they wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Your mind frame sets the expectations of what you want to do.
Now that we're talking about like computers and stuff, how long before like grading becomes an AI thing, like an AI grader? Like, it's bound to happen.
I thought that's what they did because they had I seen a thing at a con where it scans the card, it does something, it does the centering, it does the imperfections, and then it gives it a score.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is like go completely AI, like no human interact, like the human's only there to like put it in its case and that's it.
I only say no because on the basis of AI is basically pure math. It's pure numbers.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is that I don't know. I see your point, and I think that's a great idea. But the problem is that
I'm not saying what we think about it. I'm saying how long do you think before a company goes that route?
I'd say the next 3 to 4 years, give or take.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that right now is because AI in general it has a hard time with pattern recognition when it comes to certain things. A great example was everyone here knows what an Irish sweater is, right? You know those big giant puffy wool sweaters? They have like the braided knits in it.
The New York bomber jacket, the fluffer jackets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, an AI. I was watching a thing on AI this weekend because it was interesting. An AI cannot make one of those because when you look at a knitted fabric, it has the knits, the pattern of the knitting in it. Plus, then you add another pattern like a braid or a weave or whatever you want to put in there, and then you include the coloring, which then adds another variable, which is shading. And AI just goes tits up. It can't do it. It just stops right off the bat. So that's why I'm saying grading. I say 4 years at the most, because Pokemon cards, generally speaking, are pretty baseline when it comes to coloring. But then when you start getting to other cards like Magic the Gathering, especially the older cards like the Power 9 cards and stuff.
That's not exactly true, because now you got all these full arts and reverse, and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Like they've been kind of.
But if you look at the artwork, like even the oldest, which I have examples of here, oldest artwork of Pokemon cards compared to older Magic the Gathering cards. Magic the Gathering cards were they were artwork in themselves. Where Pokemon back in the day were basically just very simplistic pictures.
Oh yeah, the older ones, yeah. But you got to realize that people are grading new cards from new sets. Like just right now, we seen some videos of people doing some scummy stuff with like the new stuff that's come out right now.
Yep.
And so people are trying to look because they know that there's a card in there that people are gonna want. There's a set in there that people are gonna go crazy for, and those are gonna get graded right away.
Well, no, and I agree. Those will get graded, but I'm just saying when it comes to AI right now, it has problems with integrate pattern
I agree with you.
pattern recognition. So I think with older sets, it's going to have problems with it. Newer sets, maybe not as much. Pokemon probably being one of the easier ones to grade that way, but I don't think it would be that way for things like Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh would probably be a little harder to grade. Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, that would be an example. Look, how many versions of Atom Bomb are there with different names?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of different variants.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying 4 years at the most. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I can see that. There. Although there is a new AI system that you can like type it in and they can create almost a short film from you now. Like it's.
Hey, Laura.
Like, you can type in, create me a zombie apocalypse Harrison Ford Western, and it'll do imaging and like even narration. It's creepy as hell. I've seen it.
Yeah,
no, and you're right.
I think it can be done.
Video.
I think
definitely.
Like you get somebody to grade a card by human, right? And say it's a 10. They'll stick that in the computer and let it get it scanned. So that's in the computer. So when you get another card of that, you just stick it in there and get it scanned, and it goes by the other card, and if it sees any blemishes,
but it's not going to be exactly the same though. That's the problem. They're not all going to be exactly. All 10s aren't exactly the same. So what do you put in?
Well, I get what Quick's saying, setting up a benchmark of what is, and I get that.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is that with a lot of cards, pigments react differently depending on the light and depending on the printing, because a lot of and I only know this because I've had business cards made up and I've talked to different printers, and the quality of print, especially if it's where they're using inks, like like ink on a roller and stuff like the older cards used to be made out of, the quality of the ink can be vastly different. That's why you have shadowless Pokemon cards. That's why you have older Magic cards that look like they've been left out in the sun, even though I have a box of 5th edition cards. I could open them up right now and they look like they've been sitting in the sun because the ink is different than the ink that's being used now. Now, granted, I don't have any older Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I can tell you from the older Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I remember seeing, Pot of Greed to be an example of one, the colors in the Pot of Greed are more vibrant and more rich, and the lines are sharper than most of the modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Gotcha.
And look at and Quick, you have a prime example. Look at your MetaZoo cards. Your MetaZoo cards are close to being watercolors. They're very soft. It's a softer palette. Not talking about the hollows. Hollows are always different for every set, but it's a softer palette.
Yeah.
And so that's going to age differently. So I agree. I agree with what you're saying. They need to come up with a benchmark. The problem is that you'd have to come up with a benchmark you'd have to readjust that benchmark for each year because those colors they're going to be different each time.
It'll be different.
Yeah, that's just because they're damaged then.
Well, but here's the question: what's considered damage? What's considered normal wear and tear?
Yeah.
How do you make that distinction?
Just like Funko Pops, you leave them in the sun too long and they fade out.
Yeah.
And that hurts the value of the pop.
But my point that I'm stressing is that certain inks just by nature fade, depending on what
Whether
they're
they're
printing
in a
on.
box or out in the light or anything, they'll fade.
Yeah,
If
well,
they've never
still,
been opened.
Yeah,
that's
but
still
if they
always
fade, that
there's always got to be a human. Then there's always got to be a human there.
If they fade, that still brings
Yep.
down the grading. Doesn't matter if it's new or old. If it's faded, sun damage or color damage, or if it's still going to be graded lower if it's not the original color.
Yeah.
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 So.
But that's what what I'm trying to say is that here's an example. Do you know what the Power 9 is in Magic the Gathering?
No.
Okay, so when Magic came out in I think it was 1991 or 93, sorry. I think it was 93, I'm almost certain of it. When Magic came out, there were 9 cards. Each card was called a Mox, and each Mox was a different color. And what it did was it gave you basically free mana. Now, in Magic the Gathering, mana is what you use to pay to cast cards out of your deck. Okay? So if something had 2 mana on it, you played the 2 mana, you played the card. Well, with Mox, yeah, exactly. But Mox doesn't have a casting cost, and you can only lay 1 mana per turn. So you could cheat additional energy, and as you said, energy into the game by going, oh well, I'll play 2 Mox Sapphires. That's 2, and so forth. Those cards, just by nature of existing throughout time, they're not as bright, they're not as vibrant as they were. So the idea of a 10 value compared to now would be vast. That's why Andrew was pointing out a 10 now would be vastly different than what a 10 would be when it first came out.
Well, then there shouldn't be a 10 now. It should be the 10 when it came out, and then anything that's not the same as the 10 when it came out would be less than a 10.
But that's the whole point. That's what we're getting at. Because you have the human element in it, people make their own decisions. And that's why it goes back to my very first comment when we had brought up this discussion, is that my problem with grading is it's dependent on a person, and a person is only as good as the mood they're in. That's why there's the old joke of you never buy a car from Ford if it was made on a Friday or a Thursday.
Yeah. Well, look at all the stuff that was going on during COVID, and people were going out and getting stuff graded. There were people bringing pops. People were bringing pops that were fakes with them. They would go over, they'd get a couple signed, throw a few fakes in there, take them up there. They were grading them all good, and 3 or 4 of them were fakes. So I mean,
not even that. There was a guy that was faking signatures and getting them graded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they were taking in just fake ones, and they were getting them all done. They may have bought 3, but they're taking 6 or 9 of them in to get graded, and they graded every single last one of them authentic. So it's like, even with humans, whether it's AI, you're still going to get a majority that aren't real or aren't done correctly. So, in the end,
popped into my head. Wasn't there a grading company that got called out for basically legitimizing fake signatures, not on Funko Pops, but sports memorabilia like baseballs and stuff like that? I want to say it was GSA.
Yeah, there was. I want to say so too. It was one of those companies.
Yeah, because that screwed a lot of people over too.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, like at the cons, they weren't really even looking at them. They were sticking them and saying, "Yep," sticking them, "Yep," and letting them go.
So basically,
there's so many of them.
I've gotten a pop signed at a different location, and the same actor was signing at a con. And I just brought that pop, took it to the JSA table, and they just gave me the sticker to put on it.
Yeah.
Yep. They don't even really look, to be honest. They're like, looks good.
I won't say what year, just because I don't need it coming back to me, but there was a year at the Fan Expo, I jokingly said to the guy, I said, so if I had pops, like you said, if I brought stuff in to be authenticated, and the artist isn't here, you guys can do that. And they're like, yeah, it'll cost you extra, but we can do it. I said, cool, I got a signed Kurt Cobain Funko Pop. And the guy goes, yeah, bring it in. And I looked at him and I went, yeah, I'll think about it. And I walked away and I'm going, oh boy, man, The fun I could have with that.
So when you bring something and the guy's not there, you have to leave it there, like, and pick it up late at the end of the day, because they say they do like this background, and they but I don't know if they do or not.
They ain't got enough time for all
I
that.
asked. It's funny you say that. I asked how they do it. So what they do is they take a picture of your autograph, and then they superimpose it over an actual autograph they have in their database, and see if the swirls and all the stuff is similar.
Wow.
Which, I'm going to be honest with you, Michael J. Fox's signature, and I don't need to say why it's changed, has drastically changed over the years. So I'm kind of curious as to how they figure that one out.
They probably got to update.
Probably, but I mean, it's
never the same.
Yeah. It's, literally every autograph is its very first autograph. And it's not, that's not a slight against the situation. That's just how it is. Just like Christopher Lloyd. I have an autograph of Christopher Lloyd hanging on my wall. If I look at it right now compared to his autograph, his most recent one, not really the same. No. Although, in his defense, though, I've seen these things where they consign him to do autographs, and he's sitting at a table, and literally he does not look like he's mentally, like he's fit. His mind is somewhere else. His body's there, but he is somewhere on a beach in his head.
Yeah.
He's thinking about that pudding at the nursing home.
Yeah.
Pudding. Supernatural reference.
Banana cream.
God, that's the one thing I find really depressing when I've seen them do that with a few celebrities. Like, yes, we have such and such here, and he's pushing 80 years old, and he'll be signing all your consignment stuff, and he's like sitting at a table, and he's it's just
like the guy who was the voice of Carl from Up and Hudson from Gargoyle, and then like he did that one signing, and like a week or two later he was gone.
Yeah.
He was out there rolling with his gas, with his air tank and stuff.
Yeah, that's an example. It's like, I'm really glad I had their autograph, but I feel like a horrible monster that I'm.
I mean, honestly, look at that pop y'all got for me. Not even like 3 weeks later, he died. I'm going.
Well, that's
I really like this.
That was less about age, though. That was more about sickness than age.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it still makes you feel weird. Like, all right.
Well, it makes you feel better, Andrew. We didn't increase your pop on purpose. Okay, that was just life happening.
Yes. There we go.
We didn't Ocean's 11 that. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Plan.
Okay, so guys, here's the plan. We're gonna get Andrew that autograph, and then we're gonna kill the celebrity and make it look like a tragic accident.
Quick, look at the group chat right now.
Yeah. No, quick, don't.
I'm looking at it. Oh, it's oh, nice. It's a sideshow.
Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times.
Oh.
It's like freaking $400 or something like that.
Huh. Well, just sell a kidney.
I can't say much. I got a $300 one from Sideshow.
I don't know. See, I would never buy an expensive, thing like that and then put it on a table. That would just be wrong.
No, you put it on a rack. A few racks.
Okay. I thought you were going to go with the Ector one. I was going to go, joke's on you. It's on a dresser, not on a table.
No. I think dresser is worse than table. I'm not going to lie.
Well, dude, you saw it when you came over here. I had nowhere else. Where else was I going to put it? Have it sit on the couch?
These giant things up here.
A custom mount
also on the dresser.
Right on the wall.
There's a few statues up here that are like, I have stuff in front of it, but like there's two big ones. Those statues can't go anywhere else unless they're in the other room. But those things are so damn heavy, they gotta go on the dresser.
Oh, Vince? I'm sorry, it's not $400. It's $750.
And Vince, LBD's been in my place. Even if I could mount it on a wall, that thing I would not feel comfortable being on a wall. Okay.
He would be really, he'd be really saying Sean wants out really bad because I think it will fall on him eventually.
Not if you got a custom bracket for it and mount it on a stud.
There is no stud.
Yeah.
It's brick.
Oh, that's even
Yeah.
better. You drill into the brick, put an anchor in that, you're good.
You know, for somebody who lives in a state with earthquakes, you're really big on mounting things on walls. I'm just laying that out there. You see how unintuitive that is?
Well, you gotta know how to anchor, apparently.
I don't have anything else. I have literally no space to mount anything on the walls.
No, you still got the ceiling.
My ceiling's pitched, so it doesn't
the next
work.
piece I'm gonna buy.
It's not flat. It's they go like this, so it'd be kind of awkward.
Vaulted.
I thought about that though.
Jesus.
You know those I don't know who makes them, but they're like those foam. They make those briefcases too for the pops, but they also make the wall thing.
Yeah.
It's like foam cut out with the perfect size for the pop. I think that'd be cool for the ceiling.
Oh, Laura just said, yeah, Tim Curry's really.
Oh yeah, Tim Curry.
I actually had a chance to meet him twice, but he was charging like $300 just to meet him. It's like, I don't know.
It's about $350 for a signature.
Yeah, well, look at Apollo Creed there when he was still kicking, charging what was it, $500 for sports memorabilia, and a Funko Pop was like close to $700.
Yeah.
Canadian or American?
No thanks.
Canadian, but still, dude, even if that's in Yankee Doodle dollars, it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, the most I think I've
is.
seen is like I think 200, and that was the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Which
Teller,
one?
Or whatever his Charlie.
I don't know his name, but yeah, that one.
Charlie something.
Yeah.
But he played Jax Teller.
Yeah, he was he's the most expensive I think I've seen it. Him and Obi-Wan.
That's actually not bad though for him specifically.
No, not really.
$225. But that was I almost said Freddie Mercury, wrong guy. Robert Englund.
Well, that's Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most so him and Obi-Wan I think were the most I've seen.
Yep, it's like 300 something for Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer. Like I looked into them. They're doing signings. They've done signings, but they're expensive.
Are they at cons or is it like a private signing? Because I've never seen any names.
Usually
like
private.
Yeah, that's why
usually
they're
private.
more. Yeah, they're gonna be more at a private signing than at a con.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. It's very rare that you'll ever get an A-list celebrity at a convention signing autographs.
Yeah.
I've been going to conventions for almost 25 years now, and I can tell you in my, like, we're talking current A-list celebrity, been in a big movie. I think the closest, crap. Actually, I can't think of any.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of like a A-list celebrity that was at a con and signed a few things, but wasn't doing a signing. Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's expensive.
Yeah,
I'm thinking off,
especially if he writes his whole name, because he usually just writes RDJ on it. But if he writes out his whole name, it's like even worse.
600 or something like that for his signature. I can't remember. I remember seeing a listing once. Like
I can't remember. Was it WonderCon or when they announced or San Diego Comic-Con or whatever it was?
Yeah, San Diego.
When they announced Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, San Diego.
Yeah, like he signed a few things, but he wasn't like charging. He just whoever got.
Well, yeah, he doesn't really need the money. Let's be real. He's probably the highest paid Marvel actor ever.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't ever see him with a table like, oh, I'm gonna do a signing on a Saturday 10-day. You never see no one like that.
He's not in that realm yet.
Make him sign anything. Like he couldn't really do a signing if you think about it, because it would be like, why is he here? Like he never does these things. Yeah, it'd have been too suspicious.
I mean, that's wow. I'm still thinking about that right now off the top of my head. It's like, has there been any convention I've been to where there was a current A-list celebrity? And I can't think of a single one.
Besides, like, Back to the Future. I mean,
no. But we're talking current. We're talking current
current.
A-list. Yeah, in other words, within the last 5 years of their career, where they were on the top, were they ever at a convention that I was at the same time? I mean, Niagara Falls, yes, but there were no conventions, and they were just walking the street. Toronto, back in the 90s, there used to be a Red Lobster by the Greyhound, and yes, there used to be celebrities in there all the time. In fact, who the hell was in there? A bunch of rappers used to show up there when they were filming Exit Wounds here. I forget who was in Exit Wounds, but a bunch of them were always seen between here and Toronto for a year. You know,
Gotcha.
Those guys I would consider A-list because they were pretty back in the day. They were pretty big, in the music and in the acting. But nobody could.
I heard Bam Margera is doing cons now. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, but he's like a D-list celebrity.
Yeah, and for the record, every convention that he's supposed to have done here in Ontario, he's been arrested prior to showing up. No, he hasn't. He's been arrested prior. So it's like his autograph is rare, but not for the reasons you would think.
Yeah.
Good news for him is
I wouldn't mind having it.
Hey, good news is at least he's getting a lot of 8x10 glossies.
Yeah. Any city he's been in.
Yeah. At least 2 Niagara Falls comic conventions and the Fan Expo.
Yeah.
So, but I can't imagine. I mean, but yeah, I can't even consider Kevin Smith like an A-list. I'd consider him B at best.
Yeah.
Who?
Kevin Smith.
Oh, C.
Jason Mewes.
Yeah, they've. When was the last movie?
Last movie he did?
Yeah.
What's it
Question.
called?
It was
Kevin
it
Smith.
was just
no. There's been a brand new one he just did. It just came out.
Clerks 3.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be after that. After that, I think he did another one. I'm not for sure. I just know I heard him doing
He's supposed to be doing a Mallrats too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's working on that, but I'm just saying for the purposes of like acting wise, he is. I would consider him a B-list.
He's got to stay out of rehab. I'm just saying.
Well, the thing is, he don't really.
Smith? It's Jason Mewes that has the rehab issue.
Yeah. Kevin Smith has he's got other problems.
Yeah. Apparently he's doing a movie called 4:30, the movie. I have no idea what that's about.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now.
What was that after 4:20? 10 minutes after 4:20?
Apparently.
Maybe. Well, shocker, guys. The movie's going to be set in New Jersey.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's either New Jersey or Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Pick your.
No, it was always Toronto because he was a big Degrassi fan. You know what? I want to see him and Stephen King work on a movie together just to see them arguing on the location. It's got to be in a New England town. No, it's got to be in Jersey. New England. They can't even get past stage 1 of writing.
Yeah.
So what's interesting, guys? You keep staring down at your legs.
I was trying to see. I got somebody who popped into. I told you I got somebody who popped into the city today.
Yeah.
See what the hell they're doing.
Are they down by your legs? I mean.
No, I was messaging.
Interesting segue.
No.
He's like, it's so interesting down by your legs that you're looking down. Well, I told you there was somebody popping in.
In the city.
Did anybody get anything new this week?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
I got some stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, you go first, Vince.
Because since Drew was the only one that was allowed to go last week,
Cool. I got that. Well, I got 2 of them, so. And then
Nice. That's probably my favorite out of that whole set. That and the turtles. I like that and the
this is
turtles.
my favorite out of the whole set for sure.
Yeah, I like
Is
how they did that.
is Krang a Freddy Funko too?
Yeah,
Yes.
Krang is Freddy.
Oh wow, that's
It's
actually
hard
pretty
to
cool.
see. It's
Freddy
hard
is
to
Krang.
see.
Oh, wow,
Okay, yeah, now I
that's,
see it.
That's even a better detail.
This crank, is he removable or is it just?
No, but the Krang is actually Freddy too.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what I was talking
Yeah.
about. The actual Krang with the Freddy head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got this.
Oh man, now you got something to read before going to bed.
Yep.
No. They read it to him. He doesn't read it.
Ma,
Can't read.
Yep.
read a bedtime story.
Like that. That's
There you go.
Cut me in.
Oh god.
Don't they look like the Mucinex boogers?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
I got a few things in, but I'll show only one because honestly, I don't feel like grabbing all that stuff from the desk because I'm not over there. This is the biggest thing I got. Well, the second biggest thing I got in. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh piece, Exodia.
The heck?
Does he have like a really
Now,
little head?
Hmm?
Does he have like a really tiny head?
Yep.
Okay.
He's wearing like
pistachio.
the.
Question, LBD, if you drop it and it breaks into 5 pieces, can we laugh?
No, because I would have to go break something yours.
That's
And I
fair.
can do it.
I'll knock over that baker's rack.
Yeah. Well, the first thing, I tackle it as soon as I walk in the door because he don't got no place for it.
It's fine. I'll break you into 5 pieces and ship you back. And I'll do it by UPS so your mom has to pay the import charge.
First time Mexican's ever been imported instead of deported. Just saying.
Did you
Oh,
did you get anything or do anything? All right. I don't want you to feel left out, buddy.
Of course, I got some more Ghostbusters.
Really? You don't say.
I got the
this guy.
Power Pack and this. I think that's the Slimed Heroes version of Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a Super Freight feature Winston.
Okay.
And then I got a Super Freight feature Janine. Here's the thing, just
Oh, that is scary.
there it goes. Kind of looks like she's supposed to come with like a fishing rod, and her ghost is like a fish. That's a weird thing. That's it for Ghostbusters. Then I just picked this up off of Whatnot. It was a Boba Fett I don't have, so I grabbed that.
Cool.
And then he threw up an old Toy Biz Gambit that I grabbed. He's supposed to come with a robot. I guess it was like X-Men robot fighters or something like that. Then I got a out of box Raphael, OG Raphael.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And then grabbed a 2006 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Jersey Devil.
Whoa,
Complete with his
Black Betty.
tail.
Fitting.
And then last week, I got this in last week, but since Funko Illuminati wouldn't let anybody else show anything. Yeah.
He took him off screen.
I got a nice, super
Yeah.
clean metalhead. I just
I
need to
had
get
that-
his.
I
I
had
used to
that as a
have that
kid,
one.
but the chest was all like scratched up. You know, it was.
Yeah, those were hard. Those were hard.
This
to
one's
like.
super clean. I'm just missing
those
the
were-
Robo Chucks and the little radar that goes in his backpack.
Those were so hard to keep like intact, like not scratched. I had all of those figures because like I think my uncle worked at the warehouse where they came in, so me and my neighbor used to always have all the Ninja Turtle stuff.
Also, I didn't show this yet. I got another Louis Tully.
Oh, nice.
He's the I think called Power Pack Heroes.
That's cool.
That's great, Lewis. I mostly do night court. That's great, Lewis. We were arrested at night.
Yeah, that's the only two figures of Louis Tully that Kenner made.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I got both of them. I got the slimed one back here.
Now you just need to get it autographed by Martin Short. Good luck on that.
Actually, I did have something close by that I can show that I got.
I was gonna say you need to get it autographed by Martin Short.
Why?
Oh.
Got a Venomizer Groot.
Hey.
I got him on a decent deal. He was like super cheap now. It's pretty cool. I like how it has like all the plant-based ones.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a hot toy of this. It looks insane. That's it.
All right. Well, so I originally ordered these on Amazon, and Amazon said they weren't going to be available for pickup delivery until January of 2026. I tried to go to GameStop. Apparently, GameStop was all sold out, so I actually went with mypop.ca and ordered them for pickup. Finally.
Nice.
You going?
Amazon said that they were going to get those in?
Yeah. I can pull it up right now.
Wow.
I can't. We got
By the way,
Bankman.
it's the real Ghostbusters pops, Andrew. Since
Yeah.
nobody cares to tell you.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I didn't even bother even pre-order them. They just popped up on Funko Shop, and I was like, boom, bought.
Well, now they're like
Yeah.
$7 on Amazon US. But when I looked at the exchange rate, it just wasn't worth it. So yeah, now I have them all.
Yeah. Awesome.
Not too bad. Also put together some baker's racks. I could probably show what I did. Hold on a second. I'm gonna toss all the pictures into hey, LBD. I'm gonna send a bunch of pictures to you, just because I actually I need what do you call it? I need a spot to show it. So, shocker, as some of you are maybe aware, I have some Ghostbuster hardware, and the problem with having all that stuff is that I have run out of space in this apartment. I have actually officially reached maximum capacity of everything I could possibly have in here. So I was looking for a way to display my Ghostbuster stuff, but at the same time, keep everything relatively clean. So I'm going to show Facebook. That works. Okay. So I threw everything onto a baker's rack. Got these really nice racks off Amazon and Proton Pack. Oops. We obviously played Monopoly. Proton Pack. Put everything, all the gear on the top shelf. Nice and clean looking. There it is, the whole shelf. And then was able to put all the traps on the side on hooks.
Nice. Congratulations.
And it's on wheels. So
Yeah, he could roll it out to the hallway if he needs to.
yeah. So I'm glad I got all that stuff done. Although I do find myself playing with the Portron pack more now that it's at like eye level. Like I've been turning it on and off just for the hell of it. I love the sound that thing makes, the hum. Hey Andrew, when I come down in October, you want me to bring it?
I could see you in the kitchen making, something with it on.
Oh God, no! I think if I wore that thing for 12 hours, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Just be laying on the floor. This is nice. This is soft, comfortable.
Yeah.
That's a floor. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna pull some pops up in a second because I guess we've all. Wow.
Man.
Okay, so clearly I'm not going to be using Disc Tracker because he seems to be posting a bunch of repeats of everything. Weird, but okay. I'll wish Mitch was here because he'd be saying, use Dr. J.
Hey, how about Dr. J?
Thank you, Proxy Mitch.
I'm filling in. Absolutely.
Why does Proxy, when I said Proxy Mitch, it kind of sounded like something else to me, and I'm sure somebody else probably caught it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a word that rhymes with Mitch.
Yes, it is.
It's Lich.
And pitch. It's pitch with another hump on the bottom.
All right, so here I'm gonna pull these up. There's some actually pretty cool stuff that got put out there that I we already looked at the One Piece stuff. We already looked at Batman. We already looked at Winx. Does anybody care about Snow White?
Nope.
No.
Good. Moving on.
Not Funko related. They announced a new helmet. The Doctor Doom.
Yeah, it's on here. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about these. Did anybody here see the toy show release of about everyone that was in New York that went to the toy show?
I saw one person that I followed do like a thing on them. That's it.
I saw about 3 people I actually know personally that were there.
Yeah, matter of fact, I did see one video that seemed so fake. Everybody was so fake happy opening them up. I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
it was like over exaggerated happiness. Like it made the video look fake as hell.
I say this.
Razzlecast.
There were a lot of people that knew Mike personally that I get the feeling a lot of favors were called in.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It felt like a lot of people, it's like, and I get it. I mean, if any one of us here, anybody in the chat, for instance, started up their own business and we're like, hey, can you come to this grand opening, like a brick and mortar? Can you come to the brick and mortar and show your support? I'd be like, yeah, sure, buddy. No problem. That's what it felt like. Because it was the usual suspects, everybody, touting it. And I honestly don't know what the price points of these are. I don't think they've set a price yet. Or if they have, I don't know what it is. But, I mean...
I don't either.
The idea of...
Let's be honest. Does anybody really care? Is anyone going to buy one?
No. But I'm curious what the pricing is, though. Because to me... Okay, here's my thought. If it wasn't for the fact that it was an idea done by somebody who formerly worked for Funko and is in the designer tour community, and you just pulled one of these out and said, hey, how much would you pay for this and what do you think and where do you think I got it from? I would say
I would say Miniso or Daiso.
Well, hold on. What were you going to say?
My experience of looking at stuff in Miniso, it's pretty expensive, so there's going to be at least $15.
That's what I was thinking. Like a lot of minis are expensive. Like even the little bags are like $8 almost.
If you ever went into a Miniso store, their minis are expensive.
Almost every mall here in Ontario has one mini store.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's one in like our Dirty Mall here that's around the corner. No, I get it. I know what I agree with you. I know what the average price of these items are. But the point that I'm trying to stress is that if I didn't know that they were a designer toy, and you just came up to me and said, "Hey, look, I have this thing. Where do you think I got it from? What do you think the price is?" I would feel that it was from like an early 2000 or 1990s dollar store thing.
Yeah, if you came up to me with one of those and opened it up, I would have been disappointed that it's not actual noodles.
Yeah.
No. Is that the collector or the fat boy in you? Be honest now.
That's my love of noodles.
Like, I honestly
look,
thought
it's a stupid toy in there. Okay.
I thought he was coming out with something with licensing, and I mean,
I think he is. They acquired the licensing from I think the Peanuts.
Yeah.
For those things?
Yeah.
What do they got to do with noodles?
Huh?
What do Peanuts got to do with noodles?
Peanuts, like Snoopy and all that.
Yeah, I know, but what, they're gonna come in a cup of noodles, cup too?
Yeah, I guess. And they're gonna be and the
Okay,
chases are probably eat noodles.
Hold on. Let's apply Vince's logic to this. So when I say penguin in a top hat, do you automatically think of ramen noodles too?
No, but look at the
no. Let me finish.
I'm not.
And if I said Asian-looking person in a cat suit, would you automatically think ramen noodles?
Yes.
Okay. See a shrink. Go on. I'm done now.
The only one that I wouldn't think ramen noodles is the penguin. I would think fish, salmon.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
You got an Optimus Prime Brickheads.
Oh yeah, and it transforms too. No, it doesn't. It's just
now, I wonder if is it two different ones, or
Yeah,
is it two different ways you can actually put it together? Like you can put it together
No,
at
it's
that
two different
or
ones.
that. Okay, it's two
There's
different
two
ones.
different ones.
this
There's
is-
no way they can get that done with, like, especially with the windshield.
It's pretty cool though.
It's like somebody wrapping a box or something.
I think that's Andrews.
Okay.
I
Because
have
it
no
sounds
idea what's going on.
No,
he has no.
sounds like-
He can't see what's going on, so how does he supposed to know what's going on?
well, use your sense of taste and find out.
Go there, start
Look,
licking
Sean, if
whatever.
you click on that
There's a
picture
pic-
next to
there's a-
Ninja Turtle, it has all the things or whatever those are.
Still
next
nothing.
to Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, on the right.
I know what you're talking about. So yeah, here they are. I mean, again, I don't see any. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Do you remember the Precious Moments figures?
Yeah.
It's like they slam together a Precious Moments figure with vinyl.
It reminds me of like a bootleg cereal character, like the off-brand, you get the big bag.
Yeah. Like your sugar snacks and.
Just the way the ones look up top, I would say Eskimos.
Yeah. Or when you can't afford a K-pop, so you go with something. You go with the closest equivalent.
And that pink one down there, I think that's like a salamander or something.
Oxalotl.
Yeah, that.
Oh, I thought it was an elephant.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because Tristan got the Oxalotl. I saw him open it. It was like, because I looked at it and went, okay. Last Ronin, not bad.
Yeah. I got the original one. That's all I need.
So this is WonderCon stuff, which I'm just gonna start from here and work my way over. So Pixar, no, not really my thing. Although apparently that's going to be limited number.
Is that stuff connected to his butt? This is like a tooting horn.
Yeah. Yep.
For real?
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. Captain America.
The
in case you haven't bought the
75th Captain America.
Oh, hold on. Rob just made a really good point. These really do look like Teletubbies with faces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Eskimo looking ones.
Yeah, it's like off-brand Teletubbies. We got Teletubbies at home. Jesus, now I can't unsee it. This I thought was
Yeah, those are pretty
This
cool.
I thought looked kind of cool, but I mean,
It's just like the things with the turtle van one.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's all right.
One
I'm
Piece.
still waiting for the
We
Biddy's
saw those already.
turtle layer to come out.
Give it time.
We saw all of those already with the One Piece ones.
Yeah. WonderCon. So this we knew that was coming out. This I think looks cool.
They
Although
said it's
I
9
wish it was
inches.
glow in the dark.
It's 9
Pardon?
inches big.
Yeah. This is clearly
Every anime fan ever.
yeah, I was trying to come up with a polite way of saying it. It's like, wow, I've seen this at Anime North and Fan Expo more than I cared to.
Sasuke, but I don't know what, or maybe his son. I don't know too much. What does it say? Naruto or Boruto?
Does he actually have ears like that, or is he wearing the headband?
No, I wouldn't know, but my best guess is one of those moments where like they'll add something that's not really there just to like emphasize a specific expression.
No, it's part of his character arc where he tells everyone he's a furry. It's a very poignant thing in the
incognito
Sean's
furry.
the point man when it comes to stuff like this, of course. He knows all about the furries.
We got Dr. Frankenfurter in One Piece.
Ivanka.
That's actually a really good chase.
That's cool.
Ivanka.
Hey Vince, I will buy you this. I will buy you the Common and Chase if you cosplay as that next convention.
Which version?
I'm winning either way. I don't care.
Wait, you know what her power is, right?
No, I don't.
So her fingers turn into syringes, and she could turn you into the other sex.
Huh.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm okay. I'm not, guys. We got to be polite about this. We're not, because I realize this could go in many different directions, but I just have to say, how is that a useful combat power?
Well, because basically it's used to basically make you weaker at one point or something, or throw you off.
Which sex is the weakest?
Well,
General Akbar is informing me it is a trap.
No, actually, you make that joke, but literally on the island there, it was like there's a scene where basically one of the main characters gets overpowered by the whole like island of women because of it's a whole thing. I can't remember the exact storyline.
I will take your word for it. Moving on. I actually want to get into this.
The heck is that?
Well, she could not just the sex, she could alter their body like completely.
Yeah.
She shoots like hormones into their body with her fingers, their syringes.
Yeah, she can also like basically that's a form of like healing. She can like kind of move your heal, like kind of like accelerate your healing as well, like basically.
Or
Spirit fingers.
You know, Freddy Krueger did something similar with syringes.
Yeah.
So
old news.
Moving on. I'm trying to explain, but you could keep interrupting. It's the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It was a Nickelodeon show. It was pretty funny. So her character has a permanent scowl. Was also on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. It was done. The animation was actually done by the same guys that originally, if I remember, it was Funko Animation, which was the company that did Ren and Stimpy as well. The only reason I remember the show was this character, Mandy. She's always scowling, and finally one of the guys says, "Would it kill you to smile?" So she cracks a smile, and the entire universe implodes on itself, and they end up in a white void. And it turns out her smiling was what was the catalyst for destroying the universe.
Cool.
More Naruto.
Looks like Boruto.
Close enough.
Some sort of Uto.
That one's probably going to be really popular.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling they're going to do all the dogs, legendary dogs.
Yeah.
So
that's a dog.
Yeah.
Yep. Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know which. one this is. This is apparently another one is going to be Sonic. Five Nights at Freddy's. This I thought was kind of cool. The idea of them doing like the black and white with the lines. Oh, I'm not surprised.
Because that's all we need, another Voltron.
That's con only, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of con only of her already.
Okay, what the hell happened there? There we are. Where the wild things are.
Cool.
Not really my thing, but and then that's just hold on a second here. Where did we end off? We ended off there. Okay. Hold on. Now the next one I'm gonna show is probably gonna be, I have a feeling
Very parents.
Yeah, it is. I have a feeling this I'm hoping this will be easier to get for some people than the last one.
It won't be, because the other set that they came out with the because these are like the negative fairies or whatever, like the evil fairies. Yeah, that other set was insane to get. I doubt that this one will go as easy. It'll probably be just as bad.
But the other set was only at Meyer, so it's harder to get because it was at a store that barely isn't just like the Midwest. Not even I don't even have it here. It's like Michigan. That's why it was so hard to get a hold of.
And knowing somebody who lives in Michigan, it was even harder to get in Michigan. Like every Meyer store got like 3 or 4 at best.
The only Myers I ever see is Oscar.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Invader Zim, cool looking one.
Yeah, that's a good looking one.
House of Dragons.
Dragons.
And then
what's up?
Apparently, it's a limited piece.
That's what it was. That's what he showed. He showed Ghostface. Was it a YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sitting on a couch with the phone. I guess it's the "What's Up" part or something.
Scary movie too.
From Scary Movie.
Scary Movie too.
We got another. Wow, they're really doing a lot of Funko exclusives with anime lately. Yep. More Dragon Ball.
No thanks.
And then USC.
Come in.
It's actually pretty cool looking. This one here, I'm kind of annoyed. Anybody here ever seen the movie American Werewolf in London?
No.
Yes.
Okay. It's a pretty good. It was the first movie that got an Academy Award for special effects because it was all practical, the transformation of him to the werewolf. And if you ever watch it, it's amazing. Like considering what they did back then. So it annoys me that they're making a Funko Pop of it, and instead of like doing him where he's half human, half werewolf, or something that would be American Werewolf in London, they have him wearing his little red jacket with blue jeans and backpack.
Give it time. You know they're gonna milk it. They'll do one eventually.
I'm hoping. It just you have a movie that is like has all amazing like practical effects before CG, and then you go with like how he looks in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
it's probably a lot easier to mold.
They dropped the ball on that Romoko thing right there. It should have said Miniso lunch event.
Yeah,
but it was at night.
Miniso dinner event.
Passing of Gene Hackman.
Eskimo.
No, off-brand Teletubby. That's what they're going to be told. That's what they're going to be called now.
Oh, off-brand Teletubby.
Yeah, this I thought was kind of cool. I'm kind of curious how much it will cost.
What?
$20.
$1 million.
It's a display. It's a display that looks like an old style boombox.
Yeah, but
pop.
It's for minis, though, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it makes any sense. Or like, I understand if it's like if they did biddies of like singers and rock stars and stuff.
Mhm.
But
Mm-hmm.
what's
They
they
don't.
got to do with a boombox? Like,
Mm. I don't know. Considering the fact that before they were doing everything with
So wait,
Huckleberry Hound. I mean,
is that hoodie real or is it a joke?
yeah, it's a real hoodie, dude.
No, is it on the store for sale?
I have no idea. I just know that I saw Tristan pimping it out on one of his short videos, and I haven't seen it on the store. I mean, I can check right now,
Is
or
it
could
a-
somebody else?
is it a hoodie or a snuggie?
It's a snuggie technically, but it's
Snuggie.
advertised.
And
Yeah.
it holds the
Snuggie. It's
Funko
got
Pop.
pockets to hold your pops. Yes.
Yeah.
Weird,
Freaking nerd.
right?
Yeah, says
I
the
don't
guy
know.
who was curious if it existed.
Well, God, I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
joke or if it's real. Like, it just seems really stupid to me. Like, what are you gonna watch a movie with your Funko Pops in your?
Yes.
God forbid when you roll over, if you fall asleep.
why would
Andrew
you
already
take them
does
out of the
something
box?
similar. He'll sit on a live and then pull out some Funko Pop and put it on his chest. It's similar to the same thing.
Yes, and by the way, I know
Um,
everyone here is a Veronica Mars fan, so
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, most definitely.
apparently it was a really popular show that nobody watched.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard about the show, but I never watched it.
I've heard about
Yeah.
it too.
I just know it's getting a movie, which I thought was kind of funny. It's like, wow.
Oh Lord.
So now they're coming out with pops that have speech bubbles on them, huh?
Yeah.
They've been trying to do that for a while. They announced those a while ago though.
Yeah, I'm not really big on the idea of it. Oh, this I thought was funny as hell. Bitty cities.
That's pretty neat. Need a lot of room to display them though, but
Kind of feels like people that get into trains.
yeah.
Somewhere in your basement, it's going to be a friggin' table of here's my city. All that you see before you is
of
mine.
sawhorses and plywood.
As far as the eye can see, all of this is mine, and one day, son, it will be yours. Dad, if you hate me, just say so. These look pretty cool. What else we got?
Not even a coffee.
Five Nights at Freddy's. More Gundam.
Blah blah.
Pretty decent.
Whose house?
Tommy's house.
That's actually
More
that's gonna be a
Run's
popular one for
house.
sure.
Oh.
more display cases, which I thought were kind of cool. I mean, nothing of interest. I mean, the Spider-Man looks pretty cool, but I'm kind of curious how much that'll be.
I'm gonna say about 70 to
50.
60.
I feel like you can make them yourselves a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, easily. More Kiss, because Lord knows Gene Simmons doesn't have enough money. Pop
Or
Nooks.
merchandise.
That's true.
Hey, what are those? Are those bookends?
Looks like
Are those bookends or what are they?
they're just little nooks. They're meant to go into corners and stuff. So yeah, I guess you could use them as bookends if you wanted to.
Cool.
More tiny itty pops. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
You gotta catch
Another
them
Freddie
all.
Mercury that I'll need to buy. Spy Family. Yes, finally.
That's a good one. Yeah, they go with all three of them.
Well, think about Anya. How many faces does she have that you could easily?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the amount of like parody characters that they've made her into for resin figures is insane.
Are you kidding me?
10-inch?
Another 10-inch Nezuko. I already have this. Yeah.
I told you they were gonna do more 10 inches.
Yeah, I know. I think that's pretty well it. I mean, we've
That's what she
much
said.
more to go.
I don't think
Not
the
every-
Doom helmet's there.
Yeah. I have no idea what these are from.
Those pre-ran. That's actually pretty cool. That's like anime I told you should watch.
More. Oh, hey Vince, you gonna get these, buddy? I'll take that as a silence as a yes.
Maybe.
Okay. Instead of sprinkling rose petals on the bed, he'll just toss those on.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
the Skiba Divia or whatever?
Skibbity toilet.
Yeah, Skibbity D.
Yeah.
I seen
Nobody cares about Skibbity toilet.
My Walmart has like the actual toilet that has the mystery stuff in there.
Yeah.
I think it was like $50 for it. I seen it on clearance for $25, and it's still no one's buying it.
Probably every parent who has a kid who watches that thinks it's moronic.
Yeah,
So what is the toilet thing?
Okay, so I watched a YouTube video explaining it, and long story short, it was basically done by a guy who didn't know anything about animation and just kind of like had no plot, no storyline. So he's just literally making it up as it's going along, and it's oh god, I feel like an idiot for knowing the storyline. Basically, these toilets come out of nowhere and they start taking over humanity. And they start spawning little baby toilets and then unique toilets. And then the humans start fighting back with other things and then bigger toilets and walking toilets. It is. I generally don't want to become one of those old people that then goes, the younger generation is into stupid shit. But guess what? This is it. I am more than fine sitting on my front porch now, staring out into the lawn, yelling at people to get off my grass. If this is what the world's going to be.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dumb.
Another ghost pop I have to get, but apparently they now named him Freddie Mercury, and that was slightly off. Another Pocahontas I might get because she's just around the river bend. And that's pretty well. Oh, sorry, Handmade by Robots. Nothing of interest.
You got
any, Scooby-Doo.
I guess you didn't have anything with the toy fair.
There's a bunch of turtle stuff coming up.
Oh yeah, they're they're basically Kenner. I guess this is the year of Ninja Turtles because Kenner's coming out with a reissues of the Playmate. I thought it was Kenner. Oh.
No, Playmates did the Ninja Turtles.
Well, all I know is they're coming out with turtle. What's the turtle layer? Which you're happy for?
They're coming out with like 4 vehicles too.
Yeah, I saw that too. The what do you call it? The Foot Soldier.
The Foot Soldier Cadillac.
Yeah.
The drill. I think a raft, and I don't remember what else.
I wonder when they're going to come up with the turtle blimp because I know one of the hardest things for the turtle blimp. It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know trying to find like an original turtle blimp is not that hard, but trying to find one with the actual airbag for the blimp, in one piece is because a lot of that stuff just turned to dust after continuous use. I'm just glad that Ghostbuster stuff is staying relatively simple. There's only one thing I want. It's like $400, and I'm thinking of saving up for it. It's the Tobin Spirit Guide. It's an actual leather-bound book with like 700 pages.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So, but speaking of which, so I was at GameStop the other day, Andrew. They had every Batmobile, so the '89, the Batman and Robin, and the Tumbler, each for $100.
Yeah, that sounds about right. No. Actually, they have to be on sale because usually a little bit more expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, how many Batmobiles Hot Wheels are there?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. There's tons. Probably get 100 of them.
I rest my case. I rest my case.
There's so many.
Well,
One set had 10 in it.
Yeah. I looked up Ghostbusters Hot Wheels. Apparently, in 2000, early 2000, they came up with like all the Ectos, the police car, the car that got crushed by Stay Puff, like any car that was in that movie. Hot Wheels came out with. There was like a set of 12, and they're going. Because it's like, oh man, I'd like to get these. And looking them up and how much they're worth now, it's like, damn, forget it.
Yep.
I'd have to give one of Andrew's bad kidneys away.
Hey, so Andrew, my supermarkets always have Hot Wheels. Will there ever be any of the good ones in the supermarket?
Hit and miss.
No?
Well, yeah, because there's like thousands of them. I don't think anyone goes there for Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy Neil collects Hot Wheels. And there are guys that are worse than Funko collectors. They will literally grab a box of Hot Wheels and go to like the other part of the store, open it up, and then tear through the box and then just leave the box there.
Search for the rare one.
Yeah.
Well, because they got the treasure and the super treasure cars and all that.
That's what that little.
I've seen Hot Wheel guys literally stand next to a Target employee, like just waiting for them to like unseal the box. It's insane.
Yep.
And at Walmart, like they some Walmarts they'll like kind of zone off the thing, like the display thing, and then like have them put them all up, and then as soon as the guy walks away, it's like people are literally like either going through them or literally just taking the whole like display, because it's like 4 displays like that are just set like one behind the other.
I still like what I saw the other day. It was done at, I don't know where the Target was, but you know how the Pokemon Prismatic stuff has like been going crazy? Like people are like willing to like, trample a child to get one. So this guy was at a Target and he was about to stock the shelves with new, and then he saw like a whole pile of people and he said, "All right, line up." He's like, "What? Line up." And the guy's like, "Well, aren't you going to put them on a shelf?" He goes, "No, I'm going to open a box and I'm going to hand one to each person. Now, if you go to the back of the line and there's still stuff left over, that means you get 2, but this way everybody gets 1." And he sat there, opened the box, and was literally handing one box to each person. And the one guy goes, "That's ridiculous. I've been waiting in line for 4 hours." He goes, "Well, that means you're first in line to get 1 box."
Yeah. Seems fair to me.
Yeah, I was like, every Target should be doing that. It'd be so much easier, and it would be less cleaning
what's funny,
up.
though? They do that with Funko releases. At least they used to do them with Funko releases, especially like with the Target con stuff. Like they had them in the the electronics section, and you had to go in there, and they had that rule. Like honestly, it would make it less of a problem.
That's what they would make us do at Target. You have to line up in the electronics, and then the lady would say, "We have this many." She would count that many people, and then say, "You guys stay," and then
But I liked because you could see this clerk, like he's like opening a box, and there's like a guy literally hanging over him, and he's like, you couldn't see his face, but you could tell by his body language, he was like, "That's it, we're done. This is not going to happen. Everyone line up."
You're not about to run me over for these things.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, like people are like prime example. People are getting trampled.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. It shouldn't happen. I mean, nobody should have to be worrying at minimum wage of being trampled by a bunch of neckbeards for Pokemon cards.
No.
So.
Nope.
And then apparently GameStop like tripled their prices for theirs.
No, they haven't tripled their prices. What it is that people are reselling it back to GameStop. Like they're selling their old stuff. Like you can like sell your games and stuff to them.
Yeah.
And then they're doing market after that. Like same way people are doing selling them their graded cards, and then they put up for market. Same thing. Now they're doing it with sets now too. The booster boxes. They're treating them like since they bought them back, they treated them as a resale.
Okay. I still think it's ridiculous. Regardless,
No, it's scummy as hell on their part. It is.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
Still dumb.
I like the fact that their website, apparently they were allowing people to buy so many, and now they're like going back and going, "Yeah, we're sending you an email. We're still sending you out your stuff, but we're redoing your numbers." I still think they should not sell them online. They should just sell them in store. You need to show up and get it,
No,
and then
I don't think that's fair because there are some people who don't actually have GameStops near them. Oddly enough.
I guess I don't know. It might,
And then you gotta take into account the people who can't really go places. Like, there are some people who are like, probably mobily, like they can't get to a store all the time.
I guess I don't know. It's gotten really ugly. I mean,
No, yeah.
I thought Funko collectors could be pretty scummy, but I mean,
No,
watching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say
Pokemon
watching
collectors.
growing. Go ahead,
Yeah.
LBD.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I've over the past week now, I've seen grown men literally knock children over to get boxes of cardboard.
Here's the thing.
Should've been
It's
in the way.
gotten worse. Like, that's the crazy part. It like so it was bad like right after pandemic and stuff like that. Like, it was bad because it was booming back then. Right
Mhm.
now it's getting another boom, and then people are even more crazy because now they know what the craze looks like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
know the hype is back. So, and they know how much they did last time, but barely doing anything. Now people are even crazier about it.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna wrap things up. In the meantime, I want to take the time to say
Alrighty.
thank you, Quickdraw, Vince, Andrew, LPD for coming out.
No problem.
Hopefully, Mitch will be back next week. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for everybody, and we'll
Thank
catch
you.
you on the next one.
Alrighty.
Toodles.